Hi, I'm Shonda Golden. You're watching Shonda's Golden Ticket. Today I am so pleased to introduce you to editor and publisher of Reno Tahoe Tonight, Oliver X. Hey, Oliver.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
And congratulations on the show.
Oh, thank you.
I've seen it many times. It's awesome.
Thanks. Yeah, thank you. So I know that you're a Berkeley grad and you were deacon in the church. You've lived abroad. You could live anywhere in this world. Yeah. So what is it about Reno that made you want to live here?
You know, I think people, once they spend any real amount of time here, they are startled and maybe internalize gleefully the high quality of life here. I'm an outdoors person. I grew up in the sunny belts of the world.
Right.
And I just was fascinated by the high mountain aesthetic here, the high desert. The cold. I'd never really been cold until I lived here. I've lived in Hawaii and LA and all over. But I really fell in love with the people and the culture.
Right, right.
Yeah, yeah.
And so is that what inspired you to start your magazine?
I was in Hawaii and I dreamt about starting Reno Tahoe Tonight, having lived in Reno as a part-time person going back from Oakland to Reno, working on large civil engineering projects. So we you know, I worked on the Montage, I worked on the Belvedere, and worked on the Park, Palladio, all these big developments, and I thought, wow, Reno's really cool. And at that particular time, a lot of San Franciscoites were taking second houses here.
Right.
And so I really thought I was part of a trend, and I thought, I'm going to get to know this hot city, and then the economy shook out.
Right.
So I decided to come back from Hawaii and set up roots here, and execute a vision of what I thought was great about Reno, because when I was first here in 2006, I noticed that Cosby and Seinfeld were here, and there didn't seem to be much fanfare. I didn't really realize at the time how promotion went as far as casinos go, but I thought, wow, what if everybody knew when one of the great comedians in the world came to town? So I started ideating and ended up taking a job with Reno Passport and learning the local game here. It's really cool.
Very cool. Yeah. So you've done a lot for the local art scene here through your magazine.
You know, I think they've done a lot for themselves, and we're kind of chronicling it.
Okay.
Because I think when people have a short step and access to media, they feel validated, and we wanted to give them that shine. There's nothing more important than to validate our artists. I think it's really important. It's a lot like encouraging a child, because artists are very ambitious, they're mercurial, but a lot of times they don't have the structure to deal with their talent.
Right.
And what we've done is not only chronicled them, we've wanted to celebrate them and give them a little bit of formal media structure and you know, promotion.
Right.
It's pretty cool.
The photographers you have on board are just amazing. The writers, illustrators, and what I love about Reno Tahoe Tonight is you don't shy away from controversy. You're
right. I think that there's always an idea about what's acceptable and what's printable. Right. But, you know, in executing and experiencing the First Amendment the way we want to be able to express ourselves. And that expression is one of our sacred rights given by God, memorialized in the Constitution. And I think that the First Amendment, you know, which starts off with freedom of speech, is really important to express. If we don't use our freedoms, we will lose them. Right. So we want to be as bold as we can. Until the brown boots can take us away.
They won't. You know, they won't. Tell me about your team, because you've got an amazing team.
You're right, we do. It starts off with our art director, and then assembling and building the relationships in the community where there's a little bit of trust, there's mutual interest, and that we can sort of develop the talent. We started working with Chris Holloman 2 years ago, and he was very insecure about his artistry, but he has just blossomed into a monster talent.
He's amazing.
And he and people like Brian Evans and Frank Haxton, L.C. Marie, we've been really blessed. But it starts off with our design team. They take all of everything that comes through my desk, I push to them, and they're able to make it into the beautiful thing that you see.
Yeah,
so it's
and it is beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for taking time to chat with us today. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, it's been great.
Awesome.
Thanks so much.
You can find out more about the magazine Reno Tahoe Tonight and Oliver X by checking them out on my Facebook page at Shonda's Golden Ticket. Thank you so much.